That's far from being the case. Enthusiastic crowds gathered at the Danish Club in London to see Captain Carlsen arrive for the reception held there in his honour. The captain was greeted by the Danish Ambassador, Count Reventlow, who presented him with the Officer's Cross of the Order of Danneborg on behalf of King Frederick.
On behalf of my countrymen, I congratulate you on the signal honour conferred to you by the King, and I thank you for having in such a magnificent way added to the prestige of the Danes as a seafaring nation.
Certainly a very cheerful scene, this London sequel to the extraordinary story that made headline news on both sides of the Atlantic for nearly 2 weeks.
Please accept from me as a seaman just a simple thank you to all of you.
And now, in response to many requests, we show again part of Movietone's vivid film record of that story. Pictures of the flying Enterprise as she lay listing heavily after the tow rope had parted recall the many hours of anxiety for the safety of Captain Carlsen and Mr. Dancy, mate of the Turmoil. Even now, had the weather relented, it might have been possible to bring her into Falmouth. But hour by hour, the news and the weather got worse. Movietone's film of the end of the flying Enterprise, taken after both men had been picked up from the sea by the Turmoil, is probably the most memorable of all. A gale was blowing and heavy seas now threatened to send the American freighter to the bottom at any minute. There were, in fact, only a few moments left, yet somehow the ship still floated. From aboard the tug, Carlsen and Dancy watched her go. A moving sight indeed for men who had tried so hard to save her. But wind and sea were in command now. This was the end.